We're so lucky today to be here with Terri Cole, who is a psychotherapist, a transformation expert, a holistic life coach, and we were saying a no bullshit human being, and our guru of fearlessness.
Aw, thanks.
So you are an incredibly successful life coach, psychologist, meditation expert, fear warrior. Yet you had this whole other incredibly successful career that you were in the middle of and at a high point of as a modeling agent internationally, traveling A-list clients.
Right.
And in the midst of this, it wasn't working. Can you tell us about what that felt like? Paint a picture for us.
Sure. I would say it was probably I knew I really, really needed to leave entertainment for a full 4 years.
It's a long time to be in that state.
Yes, and denying. So part of what happens is there's me denying my own truth, denying what I feel because I was afraid, worried about what other people would think. My father, big influence in my life. How is he going to feel? What if I'm only good at this? What if this is the only thing I'm ever going to be good at in my whole life? And also giving up the money, which after I thought about that a little bit, it was really okay because I just asked myself the question, does money make you happy? And the answer was truly no. Money was freedom to travel, to give to my family, to help, But it really wasn't something, I was not involved with needing design. I was too middle class to even know anything about designer stuff. So that wasn't the issue. And I thought, well, I will be poor again. So how do I feel about that? I knew it wouldn't last. I knew that eventually when I really dug deep, and I had to dig deep, and I was in therapy, seeing a great therapist, and have been for 30 years probably. But that was a really important time in therapy with someone helping me make this decision. That was the right decision for my heart and my soul, even though the facts were like, that makes no sense factually. So I had to suddenly put the way that I wanted to feel ahead of what made sense.
Is there anything that you had learned from the experience of leading such a successful career, creating your own professional destiny that you were drawing upon to get you through this with your family and with your health?
Well, part of what really happened is, inside, I knew a long time before I left entertainment that I needed to leave entertainment. And I would hope that, with my clients, and I lecture a lot about this, talk a lot about this, teach this, that people would listen to their bodies sooner than I did because something was wrong. And I got diagnosed with cancer, and I really feel like the cancer was connected to this lack of being on the right path for myself. And I don't want that for other people. Like, it doesn't have to be you. If your gut is telling you that what you're doing, if you're not happy doing what you're doing, you feel trapped. But there's a possibility for you to create a different life for yourself. So what got me through the experience with the cancer was, that was where I was really on my knees in a real way, where I just had to give up the illusion that I was controlling anything. Like, we're not really. You have control of yourself, but it was keeping fear at bay. All of this forward motion and all this activity and all this type A overachieving stuff was having me look away from my feelings, my fears, and being like, well, if I just achieve more, I'm just going to do that and that thing, right?
Yeah.
Which I think so many, and really that's the demographic, so many of my clients are super high achieving women who should be happy, right? I should have been happy. Why wasn't I happy? I had a sexy, sparkly job. Wasn't that fantastic?
At the height of our success with the Nanny Diaries, when we had a global #1 bestseller, we were having chronic panic attacks, sick to our stomach, completely freaked out. And that disconnect, but I think it would take our lives looking so externally perfect for us to realize that the happiness was actually a problem. Because I think as women, we acclimate to it so quickly,
right?
So that misery, anxiety becomes just the day-to-day, and you learn how to manage it rather than actually getting rid of it.
Right. And I think for the type A woman, and type A has a bad name. I want to say very ambitious. I want to say over-functioning. Because that's really the thing we all have in common. You're not just worried about your feelings, you're worried right now about my feelings, about her feelings, about everyone else's feelings, about who's watching feelings, about the makeup artist's feelings, about the hair person's feelings. Does everyone have what they need? Part of it is turning in a really positive way. what do I need right now? What would feel good for me right now? And then just carving out 30 minutes a day where you do what feels good for you. Not because it's productive, like enough, we're productive enough, trust me. But what you're not is still enough. You're not silent enough. You're not inside your own body enough.
Thank you so much. This has been incredible. We're very lucky to have you sharing your advice. And
Well,
insight
thank you
with
for
everyone here.
having me. It was so much fun. Let's do it again.
Yes, with drinks. Or not drinks.